Thank you so much, everyone who's connecting live and those who will watch later. Thank you for taking a little time out of your day to hang with us. We are very excited to be here, and we will introduce in a minute everyone. But hey, my name is Aime Molien. I am a partner in Partner.co. This is the company that we have partnered to share the amazing product that have changed our lives. It has definitely changed my life and changing the life of thousands around the world. And we want to share and testify how women and men, it's not only women, so husbands can come along too, how they are shrinking their waist and fighting disease. Just as an introduction, I started these drops a year ago in April, and quickly lost 40 pounds in 4 months. And by the end of the year, last year, I have already lost 50 pounds. I lost weight even on vacation, eating whatever I wanted. And it was just an amazing experience because I was dealing with a lot of different things. And let me testify a little bit. The beginning of last year, I went through surgery and I saw some blood work that I was not happy about. I had over 8 or 9 different markers that were either very high or very low, and I was anemic. My hemoglobin was very low. I was dealing with fatty liver. They keep asking me if I drink alcohol. I was over 200 pounds, around 210, and I keep saying, oh, it's because I'm still carrying baby weight. And my youngest, at that time was 10 years old. So I couldn't use that excuse anymore. So I dealt with being overweight and basically obese all my life. I am Puerto Rican. I like to eat. I love food. And my culture, we eat a lot of carbs. So I grew up eating all these foods without knowing how to pair them. And, nutrition is very important, and we can talk about that later. But then I realized that my hormones were out of whack after having babies, and, life and what we eat, the environment and things like that can break havoc in our hormones. And I was trying everything. I was eating the right thing. Maybe sometimes not even eating enough. I was eating little. I moved. I did all the things that we all do, and the weight did not come off. And it wasn't until I started the drops last year that I started feeling, first of all, with the energy that I needed to move. I couldn't even exercise because I didn't feel like I can move. And with the drops in 3 days, it could have been before, but I didn't notice until the third day that I had the energy I needed to actually get out of bed. And I told my husband, honey, I feel alive again. And my husband told me, my baby's back. And I get emotional because I felt even depressed at times. I couldn't do stuff that I wanted to do with my girls. And if I tell you this drug changed my life, it is a fact. It changed my life. I had gained my confidence back, my youth back. I even feel like I look younger. I feel younger. And I want everyone that I come across to feel the same way. And that's why I'm here, sharing with everyone what these drugs have done for me and for the people around me, my clients, my family, and what I can do for you. So that's my introduction. I don't know if any of the ladies want to tell your testimony right now or later. Ashley or Summer, I know Adriana, we're going to talk later, but if you want to talk a little bit about how the drops have impacted your life.
I would love to share. Next time y'all are going to see my smiling face and all my whites. But for now, if you guys can hear my voice, let me know.
We can hear you.
So I started in April, and during this time, a couple months, just having hormonal issues, always had issues with my cycles. I was going on 2 months, so I thought, am I expecting? What's going on? And the doctor told me, you really don't have to be worried about that, because at your BMI, you have and reproductives. And so until you lose a certain amount of weight, you really don't have to worry about, expecting or anything like that. You just have late cycles. And so I let that sit there. I really didn't do the research about what visceral fat even was. But in contact with Adriana, we start talking. I get the drops, and Advantage. I'm not trying to segue into a product, but this is how it's going. But Advantage was mentioned, where it targeted visceral fat. So my eyes just got like super big, like, oh my gosh, I just learned about this from my doctor, about visceral fat and how it surrounds your organs and stuff like that. So my experience with the drops were 3 days into me taking them, person, a natural girly, spending like $100+ to get my hair pressed and trimmed, and I go to sleep and I wake up looking like a chia pet. So my beautiful hair was sweat out because my hormones were all over the place. So within the next month, I noticed before I went to California, I had lost 2 inches off my waist. I mean, I noticed most of my weight loss more so in my face when that happened. And from the beginning, really, I've been shouting it from the mountaintops. My mom and my sister, I really wish that they were here to share their testimony. This is awesome. We're going to have so many other people come and share their testimony lives all around us, guys. And so I'm so excited to have our 2 other special guests here. I don't know if you want to segue or introduce them or what we want to do. That is my testimony with the drops and how it is changing things for me so far. And we have a lot of other products, but I hope maybe toward the end we'll share a little bit more about other things that we love. So that is my story.
Thank you so much for sharing. What about Summer? Summer, what can you tell us about your experience?
Hello, everyone. I'm Summer. I started my journey last year, actually, I believe around March. And I was extremely overweight. I was dealing with some infertility issues, and then also hormonal issues, things of that nature. And so I discovered these body balance drops through my friend Adriana. And when I started taking them the first week, I lost. I wouldn't even say I focused so much on the scale as much as the inches. The inches were insane. How many inches I lost around my waist within a week. And so, but more than that, my hormones begin to be regulated. And so throughout the journey over the year, I was dealing with emotional eating, with different things that I was going through in life. And so I stopped taking the drops because I had some other medical things that my doctor said, stop taking the drops, not because the drops interfere with anything, but she was just trying to make sure nothing else interfered with what she was going to be doing with my health. And so I had to stop the drops. And when I stopped the drops, everything came rushing back as far as the night sweats, my hormones being all over the place, emotional eating, just craving sugar, all those things. So when I'm on the body balance drops, I notice that my emotions are more stable. My hormones are more regulated. I'm losing inches even when I'm not fully committed to a diet plan or an exercise plan. I can still see the curves in my waistline because, again, it targets that visceral fat. And visceral fat is one of the most important things that doctors want us to target because it's around your major organs. And so that's why these drops, these products are so crucial to your overall health, because it's reducing the fat in the areas that will cause make you high risk for some of those major health issues. And so I'm truly grateful. I'm just being transparent and honest. I'm just starting my journey again with the drops, because again, I went through a cycle. So not only do you need to, like, when we take these products and we, I say they're life tools, right? They're life tools for you, but you also have to deal with the other issues. So that's something that I've been pairing with taking the drops, but also dealing with the mental part of the weight loss and the journey, because that goes hand in hand. If I can deal with the emotion, why am I going to emotional eating and having these patterns and cycles of starting and stopping? So that is what I feel most confident about this time around, is that I've been processing, dealing with the emotional side, the mental side, and now I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go with the drops, because they were working anyway. But now I feel like I can support the drops as the drops are supporting me, if that makes sense. So
I love that you said that, because the drops, and this is what our doctor, our chief doctor of the company, Dr. Plant, and that's his real last name. Something that he said that really resonated with me is that we cannot, or we have this misconception that we are waiting to feel good before we start losing weight, or that we need to lose, we need to feel good to lose weight, but you actually need to feel good inside, and then you lose weight. You cannot lose, that's the word, you cannot lose weight to feel good, but you need to feel good to lose weight. And the ingredients on these drops, like a couple of you already said, it helps you feel good from the inside out. Like it's kind of like a discipline in a bottle. That's how we call it, because it helps us to feel better, to actually do something. And Summer, you say something very important. It is something that we have to deal in our minds, because even to take the drops won't work unless you take them. And to take the drops, you have to decide in your mind that you, so it does start with your will, meaning you have to do it. The drops alone will not take care of yourself. You have to take them. You have to do the little things, and it is a journey. And even if you stop and go and do it again, it is a lifestyle that we should live, not something that we do for a moment and that's it. We should take care of our bodies. This is the temple God gave us, and that's the only one we're gonna get. And for us to enjoy life, to have wealth and enjoy wealth, because health is wealth, we have to take care of our bodies. That's how we enjoy our families. That's how we are able to work. So yes, all this is included in the package, and it makes you feel good because it has ingredients to get hangry, like real hangry. And my daughters, I asked my 11-year-old the other day, what have you noticed difference since I started the drops? And she said, you're not as angry anymore. So yeah. Especially when those crashes come, if I started my day with the wrong food, like a bagel or a pancake, I couldn't understand why I got so hungry in 2 hours. Like, I just ate. Why am I so hungry? And your body gets so hungry because it is like it's like cocaine. It's like a drug that it wants more. And all those things, knowledge is power, but it's what you do with the knowledge that you get what really makes the difference. So we will introduce Adriana in a moment. If you can share the slideshow, just to really quick give you an overview of the company and the drops. And some of us have mentioned a couple of the symptoms that we were dealing with, like the food cravings, the night sweats. I was having constant headaches, my mood swings. I was a wreck. with my mood, hot flashes, even acne. They call it adult acne, but there's a lot of this related to the food that we eat, and also with the hormonal imbalance. How about insomnia? You couldn't sleep. We couldn't sleep through the night. Oh, I'm fatigued. That was me. I was always tired. I always needed a nap, especially around 2 to 3 p.m. That crash comes and I was not functioning. And of course, the weight gain. Like, how many of you, if you can say in the chat, okay, that's me. I deal with that, deal with this. And especially after 40s, I'm in my 40s, things come crashing down and the body stop producing certain hormones at a fast pace. That's why when we are in our teenage years, we can eat whatever we want, most of us, and not gain weight because our metabolism is working fine, our hormones are at peak. But when we enter the 30s, all this starts coming down and our bodies stop producing as quickly. And that's why we need to supplement and watch what we eat. But it is possible. Some people say, oh, it is impossible to lose weight after 40. Yes, it is possible. We all are a testimony of that. So the company that produces these drops, or where we find these drops, is called partner.co. And we want to be your wellness, your business, and your lifestyle partner because we are better together. And very quickly, our company, it is present in 7 different billion-dollar categories. So our products cover not only weight management, we have over 100 products like energy drinks. We are in the sports management, for performance industry, dietary supplements, skincare, functional foods, and personal care. We are guaranteed, tested, and proven. We actually print that in our labels. All our products go through annually test clinical studies, over 215 a year. Published clinical studies. Annual tests over 1,000 a year. And let me tell you, these are all third party, and we are under European standards. If you know, you know. The European standards are more strict than American, so we go by the highest standards in the industry. And we have over 30 physician endorsements. We have a council of that has physicians and sports people involved that are constantly putting their input in the products and how we can take them and offer the latest technology. Our certifications include the ones that you see in the screen. So what are these drops? And it says viral because they have gone viral. So we have sold over 1 billion of these around the world. These drops have been around for over a decade. They're not new. They are homeopathic and stimulant free, which means they use natural ingredients. They will not interact with any medication and will not give you any side effects. By the way, we joke around saying the only side effects that you get is weight loss. They are mainly for hormonal balancing. We do call them the skinny drops because it helps you lose weight, because when your hormones are balanced, it does help you lose weight, but they're not only intended for weight loss. A skinny person can take these drops just to feel better and balance their hormones. So they are hormone balancing drops. It helps you with mood, enhancing your mood and focus. So no more brain fog. If you forget things like I used to all the time, it helps you to have a clear mind. It reduces cravings. It regulates your digestion, and it's basically a clean energy boost. They're hormone-free and gluten-free. We pair these drops with an approved food list. You all know the best way to eat is by eating whole foods, not the processed food. Foods that either grow from the ground or animal products that will nourish your body. That's part of the problem that we have grown in this culture of fast food and canned food and everything that is in the middle of the supermarket. If we stick around the edges of the supermarket where the produce is, the dairy, the meat, those are the food that will actually nourish our body. So we will be eating what our body benefits from. And we do have a big list, and you will eat whole foods. You will not be hungry. We actually, some people, I have clients that tell me, this is a lot of food. I don't know how to eat it all. Sometimes not eating enough causes our body to hold to fat, and that's a whole other story. But we pair it with a food, approved food list in the program, and we have proven results. Not only us, we have thousands and thousands of people. These are only a few of the people that you will see today. For example, Russell, he struggled with his weight. He had developed unhealthy eating habits, and he smoked regularly. So motivated by his girlfriend results, he used the products. Check this out, lost 27 pounds in 1 month. I have my own testimony, and this is an old picture of me. I took that picture in August last year. I have lost more weight after that, but look at me at my highest, over 200 pounds. Before the drugs, I already told you how I felt. I was stuck for decades, not years, for decades. And after I started the drugs, 40 pounds in the first 4 months, 55 in total so far, and life-changing. Maria Cristiano testimony. Kristen White, and I like to mention, she, as you can see, she wasn't big. She is a gym owner. She has worked out most of her life, but hormones can target anyone at some point. She just needed to lose the extra 10 to 15 pounds. You know, sometimes we just hit a plateau, and there's the last 10 pounds that are so hard to lose. The drugs did that for her. Dr. Pia Washington, look at how amazing she looks. She's a grandma. She doesn't look like a grandma in that picture to me. She said she's at the healthiest she's ever been and confident wearing what she wants to wear. Tina Toscano, I remember her picture the first time I came. She had dealt with thyroid issues. There's a lot of people, when you deal with thyroid, it automatically makes you gain weight. That the drugs were the only thing that helped her lose that stubborn fat. And also we have Amy, 55 pounds, weight loss, pain-free and confident. And I like what she said, no amount of makeup can make you feel pretty when you feel horrible on the inside. And that's exactly how I felt too. I didn't want to take pictures. I didn't want to go out. Shopping for me was horrible. It was just a bad experience. So she is so right. No amount of makeup can make you feel good when you don't feel good inside. So after, we have so many testimonies. I want to bring now Adriana. Adriana, she's not only a customer, she's also a professional in the public health industry. And I want to hear your perspective.
Well, good morning, everybody. This is so exciting. Thank you, Aimee, for just sharing all of that, like personal testimony, but wealth of information as well. I just really think that what these products and what our company is doing to revolutionize health is amazing. And so I can honestly say for the first time in my life, like I'm online talking about what products are doing and how it's changing our world. And so thank you so much. And I, like she said, I'm a public health professional. So some of the things that I look at is how to actually prevent disease and what measures can we take to help communities know more about preventative methods to be able to, limit or mitigate disease and mortality. And it's so interesting because I've been around the world, and I can honestly say from my personal experience, America is super unhealthy. And so for us, a lot of times in America, I'm finding that we're having to undo damage that was already done, right? We're having to make some changes. Sorry, I'm going to do not disturb on my phone, guys, because my family is texting back and forth right now. But the importance of being able to say, okay, America is super unhealthy, but what can I do in this moment? And I was looking up some stats and some of the major things that Americans, according to like the cluster of different diseases that can lead to cardiovascular disease. So that could be high blood pressure, abdominal, obesity, abnormal cholesterol, all these different things. And when I was looking at these numbers, because, you know, I like to look at those statistics. And when I was looking at the numbers of certain things, I just was so shocked as to where we are now. Healthy people, it's like and we are not gaining enough of ground in certain areas where if we just change what we put in our body, a lot of things will change for us. And so still currently for cardiovascular disease, 1 in 5 individuals in America suffer from cardiovascular disease. When I think about diabetes or visceral fat, all these things contribute to an unhealthy lifestyle. And when I looked up the stats for diabetes, because that's one of the biggest issues in a lot of our communities of color specifically, right? And so 11.6% of the population has diabetes, 22.8% are unaware that they even have it. But listen to this, 38%, which is 97.6 million people are pre-diabetic. That is a huge percentage of our population. That is creeping towards half of our population are pre-diabetic here in America. And so when I think about that, I think about, well, what do I want to pass on to my child? What do I want to give to them? How do I want to help make them healthier? Which I got into public health in the first reason, to just help make communities healthier. And so I'm going to share, hey, Kayomi, hey, oh, Ashley, yeah, that was her. And so I'm just going to share a couple of pictures from myself. Can you share, Ashley, my before and after for my transformation? Now, for me, I've always been into health. I would say probably, let me not say always, because we've all had a journey, but probably for the last 15 to 20 years, like I've had a journey with health. But back in 2023, I hit a wall where hormonally we found out there was just some things that were keeping me from actually losing weight. I was in the gym 6 days a week. I was, eating all the things that I should have been eating, but I still could not lose weight. And I pretty much, like you see the before picture, that is right after I had my baby, but I was only about 15 pounds smaller than that before I had my baby. So it fluctuated between 10 and 15 pounds. So I was still unhealthy internally. I started to drops in January after having about 9 months of helping other people do it and get their health back. I started the drops, and within 4 months, I lost 32 pounds. And then down to 35 pounds. And let me just say this, from April until now, I've been able to keep the weight off, which is a huge testimony, because a lot of people ask me, well, what about, am I going to gain it all back? Yeah. You're not. If you look at me, I still look exactly the same. I haven't gained it all back. Is there more that I want to lose? Yes. But I've been praising God for these last few months that I have not gained the weight back. Y'all, I grew up, I never had a stomach. I never had visceral fat. Yes, some of it is from the baby, but some of it is from hormones. And to see my stomach coming back, y'all, to see that Coke bottle shape coming back, y'all, it's been amazing. And so can you show them the 2-week difference? So with the drops, balancing my hormones, I added another product, Advantage. This is my 2-week difference that literally pregnancy belly wear. Right, exactly. Pregnancy belly wear. So being able to see these changes but not go backwards has been the biggest thing. I don't know about you guys, but I've tried everything from Dexatrim to Slim Fast to medicine that my doctor has given me. And the medicine that my doctor has given me, I actually had bad side effects, which one of the side effects was like depression. And they were like, this only triggers like 0.01% of the people that take it. Well, of course, I was in that 0.01. And I was thinking, oh, this will help me drop this 15 pounds super easy. No, it did not. And so I'm saying this to say, the best way you can help yourself is by saying, what are the natural things that God has given us in nature to be able to change our health. And here we have products and a company that's saying we believe in the power of nature. And so we're going to help bring that power forward and bring it to a market so that way you can change your life. One of my best friends who got me into this company, Tara Stewart, you can do her before and after. So I like to do both of her pictures. Can you do the other one, Ash? So this is her before and after, right? She looks amazing, right? This is her and her husband. I think that was like their 10th. I don't know what anniversary was, but this was her. She struggled with her weight all of her life, but it was really, she was struggling with her hormonal health. Now go to her other picture. So not only did she lose weight, check this out, y'all. She's off of 11 medications. One of those medications they said she would be on for the rest of her life. She's off of it because she changed her life from the inside out. And this is what I want us to get this morning. If you can change your life from the inside out, if you can remove yourself from medications, I know people that are on 14 different medications. You know why? Because after you take this medication for something, you have to take another one to help counteract the side effects of this one. And they give you side effects. Now, this is not me speaking against pharmaceutical care at all, because let me tell you, I believe in medication. I believe in doctors. But what we're talking about here is the power of health and taking your health back, right? The power of nature. So these are some of the results. Go to her other 2-week difference. So she sent me this 2-week difference picture, Tara, and she was like, can you see this difference? And I said, absolutely. Ashley, can you go to that 2-week difference picture? The next one. Nope. Her in a black outfit. So when she'll pull it up. No, that's Amy. The black outfit. For some reason. Oh, there it is. Thank you. Can you guys see the beauty that this is? This was 2 weeks on Advantage. So she was already doing the drops for a year. In 2 weeks, this is her difference. Let's go to Amy. I'm glad you actually brought Amy's up as well. This is the last picture I'm going to show. Amy is one of my really, really, really good friends. These are her before and afters. Amy had fatty liver disease. Amy has been small all her life. She's never been over a size probably a size 6. But you see the difference. Not only the visceral fat, but the fat in general that you're not aware that needs to melt off. What I love about these drops, if you need to lose weight, it's going to help you lose weight. If you don't, it's just going to help you balance. These are people that, one of our good friends in the company, Trudy, she didn't need to lose weight. Trudy is super skinny, but she did have extra fat on her that needed to go. She lost her 12 pounds and now she's just maintaining. Advantage is that other product, right? That helps us to be able to lose that visceral fat. And then the noni drink, which is helps us every single day. And the benefits of that, it helps to fight cancer and disease. And it's just an all around natural supplement. So why am I sharing all these things? You can go to the presentation. So why am I sharing all of these things? Because they are definitely proven results. And so we're sharing this with you because we realize that social media has given us the opportunity to share with so many people. Our team alone has helped thousands of people within the last 2 years get their health back, get restored. But we're not stopping there. We are going all the way with this. And maybe you say, okay, how do I do this? There are multiple products that you can use. Absolutely. This is one of them. You can buy retail or you can buy as a partner with us and you can get that $40 to $50 discount, or you can buy it full retail. Now, it cracks me up because some people may say, wow, that seems like a lot. Actually, it's not a lot, because I know people that spend $300 and $400 a month on their medication. Imagine giving yourself something so that way you can actually decrease those costs and be able to break even or even do more for yourself as a partner. You can go to the next slide. So how do we get started? So there's a one-time fee if you wanted to go ahead and do this. Let's say you wanted to say, hey, I wanted to get the discounts. I wanted to do all of that, or I want to pay retail. I have tons of customers that pay retail, pay me every single month. And I'm telling them, listen, you can get this discounted. If you want to, we can absolutely get you signed up for 30 for a fee of $30, and then you get 30% off every time you purchase. What's the point of that? You get so much with it, but the biggest thing that you get is the ability to, number one, help yourself save. So I always tell people, I do not pay for things that can give me a return. I have all clean products in my house, but you know what I do? I get paid for actually buying those products, because I believe that we live in America and it's a capitalist society. So I'm going to get mine.
Sorry.
So
I just wanted to say
no, go ahead.
how powerful that is, because it's only $30. I've done other businesses and you have to pay $500, $1,000, but it's only $30. And I stopped the products for a while to focus on something else that I needed to focus on. And even during that time, I was still getting checks deposited into my account.
Wow.
And I would like to chime on here on the price point, because how many of us go through the drive-through, go to Starbucks and give them our money every single morning and spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars eating out? And I was one of those. And what I did is reallocated and took a second look at my finances. So I just wanted to chime in there. We have the money, we just need to move it around and reallocate it.
Yeah. And I've talked to so many people. Like I said, we have hundreds of customers, right? And there's been some customers like, okay, well, let me plan for this. That was beautiful. They're like, they actually want to do it because they did that. They did what Ashley did, right? They moved money around and said, wait a minute, I'm wasting money here. I could be spending this on a product that's helping me. So many people, like my story is like Summer's, like every month of being able to pay for the product because I'm getting paid for these products. It's been an amazing journey with this company. And I just want to say that when it comes, you guys can go to the next slide. When it comes to this company, not just the products, that there is a way for you to be supported in your health journey, but then also in your wealth journey. And this has become that for so many of us. And so why are we sharing it on Facebook? Why do we share it on Instagram? Why do we share it on social media? Because the world needs to know. The world needs to know that there is a way for your health and your wealth to grow and advance. You guys can keep going on the slide. So there are many different ways that you can get the discounts, work the business and all of that. And what we want you to do is just take a simple glimpse at this, but we want you to hit our inboxes. If you say, you know what, I'm kind of interested in both aspects, or maybe you say I'm interested in the health part, because you can definitely be a customer. Like I said, we have hundreds of customers. You could be a referral partner where you just, refer people and you can get your free product. You can, if you refer 3 people, I actually just talked to somebody about this. I told her, hey, listen, if you refer 3 people and they purchase the product, you just get yours for free, or you can actually create this into income and into a business. And so today's whole presentation was about testimonies, letting you guys see that this is not only changing people that you don't know, but look, we're real people. You know us, and this is changing our lives. So we just wanted to be transparent. This is the first time in my life I've ever done anything like this, but I tell you, I just can't keep it to myself. And I'm excited for what is growing. And I just want to shout out Ashley, Ime, and Summer. They are part of our Texas network that is holding it down over there in Texas and spreading the health and the wealth over there. So thank you guys so much for jumping on today. Meeting 2 weekends ago where we had people literally from all over the globe, but all over the United States coming together to talk about how these products are changing our lives. So many of you see us, we've talked to some of you, but we are saying, share this, share the opportunity. Maybe it's not you. Maybe I have people that bought it for their family members. Maybe it's your family members. And actually, I don't know if you can share your sister's picture again, but it's just so encouraging. Sister and her mom, and she sent it, and I didn't see her sister's picture, and then I saw it, and I was like, oh my God, she looks.
Oh my goodness. Let me see if I can add it.
Yeah, it was fantastic. So But before we pop off today, once again, there are many ways that you can get involved with this company. Questions from anybody in the audience. I'm going to check my Facebook as well because I don't know how that works. Maybe somebody could be posting on my Facebook. But do you guys have any questions in regards to this? Anything you guys want us to answer live? Let us know.
I am checking the comments now.
Okay, awesome. And I love it. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was telling everybody, get your questions, get your finger ready.
The beauty of
Yeah.
What I love about this experience is, it's going to stay up here, as long as each one of us allows to rewatch, to replay, and encourage each one of us to pin it on our timeline so people can continue. But I'm looking at the comments here. I don't see any questions. You guys can correct me. Now, this is my Facebook Live, so maybe y'all's personal Facebooks. You guys let me know. I don't see any on mine.
Okay, no worries. It might not be any there. Opportunities, an opportunity for you to take your health back, and an opportunity for you to grow your wealth. And so maybe you'll say, hey, I want to do my health. I want to focus on that. That was my story, right? I just wanted to help my husband and others get healthy. And then I started using it like to do these products. She does the products and her whole world changes, I really am about that as a public health professional. But then also personally, I'm like, listen, I want to expand my wealth as well. And maybe that's you. Maybe you're like, oh, I want to make an extra 500,000, whatever it is. Maybe that's you. And I'm telling you, this can do that. Like Summer said, she even when she stopped using the product, but just, was still having her subscription, whatever the case, every single month being able to increase my income by not hundreds, but thousands of dollars. Listen, guys, I want to encourage you. Let something change your world and get paid for doing it. So thank you, Aime. Thank you, Ashley, for having me. We are expanding like crazy and being able to pour into others. So thank you guys so much.
Thank you for coming, and thank you everyone for being live, and those who put them in the video, and we will check our comments and we will answer. We reach out, and we wanted to close with a small brief video about the company and all that it stands for, so you can see a little bit more about what PartnerCo is and the opportunity that you have. And we'll see you soon again.
Welcome to PartnerCo, your wellness, business, and lifestyle partner. We partner with you to turn your passion into profit. Transforming your health, inspiring others to do the same, and getting paid when you do. It starts with a science and nature collaboration. Combining nature's healing power with cutting-edge science. From farm to pharmaceutical, our nutrition essentials by hand-picking goodness straight from the earth. Precision nutrition made precisely for you. Guaranteed, tested, and proven to help you live a healthy, balanced life. With wellness solutions that last. You inspire others to take control of their health and earn a generous commission for every product referral. It's the future of partnership marketing. Entrepreneurship, giving you the tools and support to build your business in over 50 markets. Here unnoticed. Attend events to inspire when we celebrate your success. Enjoy travel rewards where you actually travel. Exotic destinations. Partner with us to get healthy, make money, and see the world. Welcome to Partner Co.